Good morning, athletes. Happy Saturday. We're all done getting ready to start a new week. We've got a good one for you today. We're going to start off with some line drills, 25 feet that we're going to be trying to work through. Hopefully you're outside that you can do this, or maybe you go back and forth in a garage, driveway area, or go look a little crazy on a sidewalk. So just try to find enough space to get through 25 feet of each of these line drills. So we're going to start with knees to chest. You could do this in place if you'd like to. The goal is to move forward as you do them. Then we are going to do 25 feet of alternating leg swings or toy soldiers. So we're just looking at swinging those legs up to the opposite hand as we work through that. Then 25 feet of alternating lunges. Simple, simple. Then going into 25 feet of broad jumps. Broad jumps, we should be loading our hamstrings, landing softly in that kind of partially squat position. And then finally, we're going to finish with a burpee into a broad jump. Great. So, in 5 minutes, you're going to work through as much of that as you can. You should be able to complete it. Use the rest of the 5 minutes to just rest. Then, we've got some squat volume for you today. So, what we're going to be doing here is every 3 minutes for 5 sets. We are going to move through all these repetitions. Whatever extra time you have, you get to rest. So we're going to start with dumbbell or kettlebell front squats. Making sure we get down below parallel, especially if we've got a little bit of a lighter weight than we normally would. Let's really focus on that range of motion. Make sure we're pushing those knees out as we come out of the bottom, not letting those knees cave in. And we're keeping those elbows tall and our chest tall as we come out of the bottom. After we've got front squats, we're going to go right into goblet squats. I know, more squats. Your legs are going to probably start to burn as you go through this. A little bit easier on your upper back though in that goblet position. Same cues, focus on the knees, the back, and the position. Finally, drop the dumbbell or the kettlebell. You're going into 20 air squats as fast as you can. Faster, faster. Good. Make sure, as you're doing those air squats fast, 2 things. You are getting full depth, and you're standing it all the way at the top. I don't want to see your chest fall really low, like an orangutan. That's not what we're doing. We don't want our low back to lose that nice flatness. Don't let your lumbar curve get crazy. So, going through that 5 times every 3 minutes. That'll be your squats. Your legs are going to burn a little bit, I promise. After that, rest a bit, and then we're going to get into another workout here. We're doing similar to what we did earlier in the week. 3 rounds, we're doing maximum repetitions for a minute of each movement. We're going to start with double unders, then we're going to go to push press, then we're going to go to jumping squats, which will be a little bit of a different one for you today, and then we're going to finish with a squat hold with no weight as long as you can in that minute. So, double unders, if you got a jump rope, then great. If you don't have double unders, just do singles today or double under attempts, or even do your penguin claps. We're going to see some penguin claps here. Perfect. It feels funny. Hopefully nobody's watching you. After that 1 minute of those double unders, we're going to go into our push press. Dumbbell or kettlebell. Did these earlier in the week, focusing on that slight dip, driving it overhead, locking our legs, one smooth motion. Make sure in that minute you spend maybe 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other, or alternate however you want. Just trying to stay even if you can, okay? Then, next minute, we're going into jump squats. So, same idea as our other squats, going down to the bottom of that position, and then we're driving out of it explosively. So, you've got to be explosive. You don't need to jump super high, but we are trying to really focus on making sure that your hips are completely open at the top by getting that jump in. All right? Then finally, you're going to finish with a minute max squat hold. Now, this squat hold, you will see she's in an active position. She's still got her low back nice and flat. She's at 90 degrees. Now, you may have the mobility to just sit on your ligaments like this. Not acceptable. We don't want that. Stay active. Make sure you feel it in your legs and you're actively pushing through the floor to keep yourself in that position. After each one of those rounds, you're resting 1 minute. So 3 rounds total. Again, you've got basically 12 minutes worth of work here. All right. Finally, we do have an optional finisher. Maybe it's not optional. You should do it anyway because you're at home. We are doing flutter kicks. Maximum number of flutter kicks in 5 minutes. Flutter kicks. Laying on the floor. Low back, driving into the floor, shoulders off the ground, toes pointed, trying to keep those feet as close to the floor as we can. We are going to do this as long as we can. Every time you break, you have to do 5 push-ups. Then, get back into it. Push-ups are simple. If you can't do the push-ups in the amount of volume that you expected you might run into, use a pad, go to your knees, whatever you need to do. If 5 minutes of flutter kicks means that you are going to break 100 times to get through it, then shorten the amount of time. We're not looking to kill you today, so pick something that makes sense for you. All right, thanks for joining us. We will see you next week.